What's good, people, traders, and dedicated gold chasers? Welcome back to another live at the Modern Day Trader with your boy Marcy. And we're back. It's been a minute, bro. It's been a hot minute since I've been on one of these. And welcome back. Welcome back. This week is not necessarily going to be a back testing as usual. It's going to be more so just a check in and breakdown of my trades for this week. And yeah. So just a quick check-in with my process for the 100K challenge. The back testing is pretty much done. And now it's just about formulating the plan and putting everything together and putting it in play for next week or the week after next when we do purchase the challenge. And I think it's just I'm really looking forward to doing the 100K challenge. So as I mentioned, backtesting pretty much wrapped up. Going into the challenge, just need to formulate the plan. That's what I'm going to be working on this weekend, going into the plan. And then so for me personally, how do I feel about trading? How do I feel about my plan? I think everything's starting to come together. I think everything is starting to feel way better in the sense of I'm taking better quality trades, and I can define better quality trades with my plan. Now you guys have seen the journey of the backtesting. You guys have followed me through everything in terms of just getting my bias together, in terms of getting uh my analysis together. How do I put things together? And you guys have followed that whole process. And whilst I was doing that, I was still trading a live account, and I will show you guys in a minute my FX book. I'll show you what my plan is, how I turned $15 into 100, and subsequently how I'm gonna get $10,000 in capital with that same $15 that I had. So effectively, basically turning $15 capital into $10,000 capital. And I'll show you guys how I'm gonna go about that, or how I went about that, and what my process was to get to that specific point. So let's jump into the first topic for this live session. And as you can see, the first topic is this week's trades, right? So without further ado, let me show you my journal. So this is the journal. You can see we currently for the year on 104 trades taken with a 56% win rate and a total of 18 R. Now, if I just filter for this specific week, you'll be able to see that it's currently at a big fat zero R return with a 60% win and break even rate. Now going into the equity curve is quite funny just because the start of the week took a break even, then I took a loss, and then effectively taking a win and pushing it back to break even, right? I'll walk you guys through each trade taken as I move along. So first trade was taken on the 19th, which was Monday, if I'm correct. Let me see. I think it is Monday. So let's jump into the before. So as you guys can see, at this point is I've basically taken $15 to $60 at this point, withdrew $50, withdrew $20. So I'm risk free, right? And all I'm telling myself is that if a solid opportunity shows itself, and if a solid opportunity appears, I'm going to take that and only that. I'm not going to be trading less than any A plus setup. So Monday comes, and if I'm correct, we have a daily and 4H plus the 4H correlation aligning, right? And all I'm thinking at this point is there's a high chance that based off from our back testing that we are going to be able to push in that particular direction, right? And all I need is a breakout of a level that is created. And Monday morning, we're coming into the charts. This is right before the 4H closes. You can see that we get a bullish candle creating a level in the market. We then create this doji-like candle, showing or pin bar more so, showing that we have intent to push to the downside. We break to the downside on the 15-minute, breaking the 15-minute level. And as you can see, after we broke the 15-minute level, I dropped down to the 1 minute time frame, just looking for lower highs and lower lows. Now, what I did here was I had a low that was lower than this particular low right here, creating a lower low. We then had a pullback, and in my mind, I can set my sell stop 2 pips below this area, and my stop loss there, and not above the most recent lower high, essentially at that point. And the reason why I can do that is plainly because that I'm anticipating for price to break this area and to close below that area. And what that means is if price action do that, then this then becomes our new lower high, and we have a protected lower high. My stops are 2 pips above that, and I know this was quite big stops, so we had a 27 pip stop. And let me take you to the after. Now you can see that in the first 2 candles, I pretty much got break even. Price pushed all the way to about 1.5 odd, and then we had a pullback taking me out at break even. Now this was a pretty seamless trade, and this trade also, this trade and the next trade, because I took 2 trades on this day, the next trade was a loser. This trade and the next trade led me to believe that the chances of me taking a breakout trade followed by a breakout trade, more likely when the first trade it's either a break even or a take profit, the chances of the next potential trade that I'm taking, if it's a breakout trade, is going to be a loser. Now I'll show you guys on my analysis and on my charts what I mean by that. So jumping into the second trade. So the first trade, pretty basic, break even. I'm still feeling good at this point. I'm still sitting at I think it was $40 at this point. Almost saw it got up to 80. And I'm still thinking that if a breakout actually occurs and a proper breakout occurs, I can definitely like take it. You know what I mean? And bear in mind that at that point, I also didn't know if like I didn't have this information that I have now. That like where if you take the next trade, the chances of it losing is higher, right? But it just makes logical sense, because if you take a breakout trade, price has already pushed X amount of pips, an exorbitant amount of pips in your direction. And if it goes break even, that means it moved a pretty decent amount in your direction. And now you want to go ahead and take a second trade, which doesn't necessarily make sense, right? Moving on to the second trade, you can see that this candle right here, this doji candle, created or pushed us to break even. We then came down, and the second this candle right here basically pushed to the downside and closed below our newly formed 15-minute level. And when that happened, all I was thinking was, okay, let me set my sell stop. Now, with that being mentioned, this trade actually didn't fully meet my plan, because this candlestick did not have a wick at the bottom. And that's actually quite key while I'm evaluating this trade. You can see that I actually needed a bullish candle first before I could set this sell stop. And unfortunately, I didn't wait for that. And if I waited for that, then I think I would have probably not lost this trade. But let's go into the screenshot of the after, right? Let's go into the after screenshot and see exactly what happened in the after screenshot. And boom. So now, as I mentioned, price pushed to the downside. We broke our 15-minute level. We closed with no wick. And if I waited for price to actually push up first, I think I would have been able to pretty much not lose this trade, because I don't think I would have been triggered in the trade, to be fairly honest with you guys. But it is what it is. I'm just learning this now at the current moment. I didn't actually really know this, and this is why it's perfect to actually review your trades and just wait for like time to pass and then properly review your trades. Now, jumping into the third trade of the week. So as you guys can see, there was a potential mistake there. Not just was the second trade a breakout trade, but there was also a potential mistake in terms of like not following the plan with regards to the actual 15-minute breakout candle not having a wick on it, right? So now if we look at the 15-minute before on this trade, what you can see is we're looking for buys, and price had pushed up. Obviously we're breaking higher highs, higher lows, and price had pushed up, created a level in the market. We then pulled back, broke above that level, and upon the breakout of that level, all I did was I watched structure on the 1 minute time frame, and I waited for price action to basically start pushing to the upside. Now you can see we had the breakout structure right there, and then finally what you will see now is that price action had actually taken me astray, to be honest. We were chilling and we were chilling and we were chilling for a long time in this trade. Price actually pushed to the upside, just about missed my, you can see my alert was right here. I think it was like 5 pips away, 3 to 5 pips away, just about missed my alert. And then price came down and took me out. It just is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. It's part of the plan. This was a perfectly traded setup. It's just is what it is. Like there's nothing you can do about it. Jumping into the third or the fourth trade of the week, right? Now this is the exact same setup, and I could take it just based on the fact that we had on the 15-minute we had broken above a key level, and I still thought at this point that price was still going to go up. And based off from my thought process and what I was thinking initially that price was going to go up, I I just basically said fuck it, bro. Once we broke above this level here with this 15-minute candle, I went down to the 1 minute time frame and I found my high and I found my low, and then I placed my buy stop. And once placing my buy stop, you can see price action pushed up, triggered my buy stop, and then what you guys can now see is that price pushed to the upside. Now this was actually quite a big stop loss in terms of pips. I think it was 45 pips, bro. 45 pip stop loss for 90 pip TP. Price pushed up about 50 pips to the upside, took me at break even, or triggered my break even. I moved my stop loss to break even, and then price action came back and took me out at break even. And it just is what it is. Now, I did take another trade on that particular day, and it had actually played out. And this is the perfect trade in terms of what I feel like I should have done. Not taking this trade here, but this was the trade that I should have waited for. And this was the next 4H candle. We had daily and 4H correlation. And then all I did was I waited for a break above a 15-minute level, as always. Daily and 4H plus 4H correlation. Then we had the 15-minute break above the 15-minute level right there. And upon that break above, I simply waited for the 1 minute time frame to pull back. And then you can see we got triggered. And then we got win break even right here and TP hit. And this was the trade that took me from $60 to about $94 on my account. But we'll get to that in a bit. So yeah, ultimately this week has been pretty consolidatory and pretty rangeful. But we still have a 60% win rate, very little losses, and we're still keeping our equity curve looking clean. Now, if I was just to zoom out and look at the whole month, this month is actually with a 75% win and break even rate, which is fucking perfect. That's what I've been aiming for. I've been aiming for less trades, higher win rate, higher just higher accuracy and higher strike rate. So now I can have more confidence in risking more, and that's what I've been doing on a smaller account. It's just ultimately just risking more in order to make more, but take better quality setups, and that's all I've been wanting to do. So looking at the equity curve, as you guys can see, at the start of the month, brilliant start to the month. I think we only started trading around the second week of the month. So you can see the 5th, that's the second week of the month, around the 5th of August. And then we took a big upturn. We then hit a plateau, pulled back. And now you can see we're back at this level of resistance almost. And we're looking still to pretty much push to the upside. Now, with that being said, there was potential trades for today, and I will show you guys. There was potential trades for today. However, the only reason why I didn't take it was because I withdrew my funds out of my small account that I've been trading in preparation for the 100K account, basically. So what did we see today on the charts? When we come into the daily time frame, what you guys can see is that the previous daily candle, and also what I've noticed is that there's a high chance that on a Wednesday we have a sort of a reversal on pound yen. There's a midweek reversal that's usually lined up on a Wednesday, and I don't know what it is, but it usually happens on a Wednesday, midweek reversal, right? So we had Wednesday closing bullish, coming into the charts on the 4H dropping down. What you can see is that London session had actually closed bullish, right? And the only reason why I didn't also trade today was because there was in London session, because there was a high level of like red folder news. So I was just like, fuck it, bro. We don't have to trade. Like, yeah, and that's not part of my plan to trade in news. So we had a bullish candle. So at this point, we already have the daily and the 4H aligning, right? And now if I were just to go through all of the pairs, what you would see is that pound USD, when it opens, pound USD had closed bullish at the 7 o'clock candle. You can see that Euro JPY closed bullish. What did CAD JPY do? CAD JPY closed bullish as well. JPY closed AUD USD essentially closing bullish. So we had the daily and the 4H closing bullish, previous daily and the previous 4H closing bullish. Then we had 4H correlation across all pairs, right? And so when I saw that, I knew that there's a high chance of the next 4H candle playing out. Now I knew there's USD news and I can't trade within an hour of USD news, right? So I needed to make sure that I could get into a potential trade before 1:30 basically. And if it doesn't happen and if it doesn't play out or entry doesn't show up before then I can't take the trade before 1:30 South African Standard Time. Now we're dropping down onto the 15-minute to do our analysis. So we know that we come into the charts at round about 11 o'clock because that's when that 4H candle closed. So right there, you get into the charts and I'm basically looking at the charts and I'm asking myself, okay, what exactly is happening on this on the charts? And I go back to the most recent low that made the high. Then you can see there was a break of structure right there. We then basically broke structure once again right here. So we had a break of structure right there. And that was our high. Then what you can see is that price action had broke the new formed low, and for is irrelevant. We had a break of structure to the downside, a bearish break of structure. We had a bearish break of structure, and then we had a bullish break of structure right here. And what do you see after that? You see consecutive higher highs being formed and the higher lows essentially being held, right? So now I'm looking at what happened most recently. Price action had pushed to the upside. We formed a new high in the market. I can clearly see that we have an uptrend on the 15-minute, right? All I basically need is for a level on the 15-minute to be created that where it fails to break above. And what I did was I noticed that the candle right before the candle closure formed a level. Now I can't trade within the first 30 minutes of a candle being formed. And the reason for that is this would usually happen where we get a bullish break of that to the upside, and then the next candle is bearish, and that next candle would usually take me out, right? So I've formulated my plan to take into account the pullback in the first 30 minutes of the 4H candle. So my 15-minute level was right there, and this was called 15-minute level. Now, once this price action broke above my 15-minute level, and you can see we broke and closed above with this little candle wick, little candle body right here, and you can see the momentum stepping into the market at that point. So what I did was at this point right here at 11:45, I scaled down to the 1 minute time frame to go check exactly what was happening and where structure was being formed on the 1 minute time frame. This point, price had broken above right here, right? That's 11:59, right? We broke above right there. You can see we had a push to the upside. Now, my whole theory is where has price most recently formed a high before we started pushing to the downside? Now, you can see our most recent high is right here. Have we broken above there to form a new higher high? Not at all. So this right here, if we're going to consider this to be a pullback, then this is the high, that's the low. We form that. Then you can see that we haven't necessarily broken above anyway at that point. So to me, this was significant structure. The low was now this area right here that I would have as my low if we do break above this high right here, right? So when price action broke above this area, I'm looking at where is this high. This high is at 191,128, right? And if you add 2 pips to that, it will give you 191,148. Round that up to 150, and this would be my entry basically. I'm anticipating that now because I have directional bias from a higher time frame perspective, I have directional bias from a higher time frame perspective. I have 15-minute evidence that we're breaking above 15-minute levels. All I need is 1 minute confirmation where we're breaking above, and you can see the price action triggered me in. We pushed to the upside, and then eventually it would have given me a break even in and around these areas here, if I'm correct. Let me just see. So if I pull the fib out, would it have given me a break even? Nope. So we wouldn't have gotten a break even there. We would have gotten a break even at this push right here. And I think whether news had taken us out here or not, that's, I don't know, it's very up to the broker that you're using. It's up to a lot of like things like spread and all of those things. But what you can see is that if this didn't take you out, we would have added another 2% onto our equity curve. Unfortunately, I wasn't trading live because I withdrew all my cash. And that basically leads me to our next phase that I want to take you guys through is my FX book, bro. So I've been trading a small account, right? And yeah, it's been pretty good. I've deposited $15, and the $15 essentially went from $15 to $60, as I mentioned earlier in the live. Withdrew $20, then I took that $40 to $94, and this is essentially the equity curve. And yeah, pretty clean. You guys can see up here, real account, USD, Pepperstone. It's a what do they call them things? A regulated broker, Pepperstone, and pretty much, yeah, bro. You can see the gain was 5x my money basically, 573% on the deposit. And you can see that where do they show the deposit, bro? Where do they show the deposit, bro? Hey, deposit is green. Okay, here we go. I think it's somewhere here. Hey, me, I don't use these things, so please mind me. But I just wanted to show you guys. Deposit, deposit, deposit. So I just want to show you guys that I'm not faking shit, bruv. I'm really not faking shit, bro. I really do this shit for, and I love these things, bro. General. Okay, so you can see general, Pepperstone 1 to 400 leverage, real account. Yeah, so it started on the 27th of June. But I only started trading August basically. Let's see profit balance. Let's see. Where is this, bro? Here we go. Deposit $15, 23 cents. Withdrawals 114.67. Yeah, dog. Fuck with me, man. Don't fuck with me, man. Shit, I really do this shit, bro. And this is not like luck or anything, bro. This is fucking hard work, dedication, and everything, bro. So with that being said, let's move on to the next thing. How am I gonna turn this $15 into $10,000, bro? $10,000 capital. Let me say capital. But essentially, what I'm going to do is I've withdrawn the profits that I've made from this account, and I'm now going ahead and buying a $10,000 account from FTMO. And yeah, we're going to be doing that challenge, and you guys will witness the challenge. You guys will see everything got to do with that challenge, and I'll keep you guys updated. The good thing is, it's profits from the market, so I am going to be risking a bit more. My plan is essentially to be risking 1.5 to 2 times whatever I'm risking on the $100,000 account. And yeah, we'll see how it plays out. We'll see what actually happens uh with the account, with our pass, or what happens. But what I do know is we're going to get a very quick result. We'll be able to know exactly where we stand with risking higher, uh having a higher risk profile basically. And I think it's really good if I can replicate what I did on the $15 account on the $10,000 account. Then what I do know is for me to basically just whip it is going to be pretty simple. It's not going to be that hard in my opinion. So yeah, it's just doing the exact same thing I've been doing and continuing to do that. So yeah, guys, that's my plan and how I essentially turned $15 to $10,000. Now, yes, I still have to do a challenge, and yes, I still have to pass the challenge, but just going based off from the results that I've had this current month and the previous month, I think there's a high chance that I'm going to pass this challenge. I think there is an extremely high chance that I'm going to pass FTMO before I actually pass the 100K challenge, just because the risk profile is going to be higher. Now, bear in mind, this is not at all going to be taking any of my focus away from the 100K account. This is just going to be another account that I'm going to be trading the similar way out which I've been trading the $15 account. It's going to be the exact same thing, and I'm pretty darn excited for that. I'm pretty excited to just start, bro. Once this deposits hit from Pepperstone, then we're purchasing the 10K account, and if it hits by the end of this weekend, we're purchasing the 10K account. We live now. The 100K will only start on the 1st of September. We'll only be purchasing it on the 31st of August. But as soon as I get the withdrawal from Pepperstone, whether it be the end of this weekend or next weekend, I will be starting the 10K account at Pepperstone. I'm at FTMO, sorry. So yeah, guys, that's been my week. That's been my month. And I'm pretty excited for the 100K challenge. If you guys don't know, myself and Sam, we go in on a trip and we taking this 100K with us, basically. The trip is the 100K. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to seeing how far I can actually take this $15 to. A lot of work has gone into that $15. So I'm pretty excited to see how much withdrawals I can get from a $15 that I deposited and I withdrew already. So pretty keen on seeing how far these profits can go, bro. But yeah, from your boy Marcy at the Modern Day Trader. I hope you guys have a lovely week. I hope you guys have a wonderful one too. And I hope you know that, hey, just keep grinding, and don't don't let break evens or losses like put you down, because it's all part of the process. I think it's just a matter of time before you start seeing the upturn in your trading. Just keep your head down, continue working, continue putting in the time. If you really love this thing, eventually everything will start to come together. And yeah, I think it's a matter of just like breaching the ceiling. And once you breach the ceiling, then everything's done for. So yeah, follow my road, or follow the journey of the $15 to 10,000, and then who knows where it's gonna go to. Because when I make a withdrawal on this $10,000 account that I'm gonna get from FTMO that I just used $15 for, then I'm gonna get a 200K account, and after the 200K I'm gonna get another 200K account. And if it's all funded from this baby $10,000 account that I'm gonna get, then I'm gonna be so fucking chuffed. And I'm gonna put all of these videos together, and I'm gonna make a compilation of how I grew $15 into 400K, and I made gang wap. So yeah, keep an eye on the journey for this $15 account and how it really grew and where it's going to. But from your boy Marcy, if you guys don't have any questions, I'll just stay on for extra minute or two. If there's no questions, then I'll dip. But yeah, basically that is the plan. And still trading the 100K account, or starting the 100K account at the end of this month, and looking forward to trading that 100K account, bro. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm so excited. I put the work. When you like really study, or like when you really in a process, and like you've prepped for it, and like that regardless of the result, at least you feel ready for it, then like there's not no other way to feel, you know what I mean? And that's the way I feel. Like regardless of the result, I just feel like I've put in all the work that I needed to ahead of getting the 100K account. And like my confidence in trading is testament to how I grew $15, and I almost 10x $15, and now I'm gonna get a 10K account with profits. And then from that 10K account, hopefully profits can start to grow, and then I can also in turn get more accounts, you know what I mean? But shout out to Mishka. Oh baby. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for the process. And thank you so much. There's no further questions. And from your boy Marcy at the Modern Day Trader, I hope you guys saw my FX book. You guys saw the work. You guys saw all the backtesting. You guys saw everything. So when I do blow up, bro, when I do blow up, what's the day today? It's the fucking 22nd of August. I'm gonna send everybody to the 22nd of August, when I showed my FX book and I showed everything and all the work that has been put in to get here. But when I do blow up though, hey bro, because soon when I do blow up though, she. Have a good evening, guys. From your boy Marcy at the Modern Day Trader. Peace out, man.